anxieties among professional and the general public alike. Since the concept of native speaker becomes even more difficult to pick up. Now, if we go back to Chomsky in 1965, Chomsky said that the native speaker is the one who, when he was born, is the first language that we acquire when we are born. This is the notion of, this is the basic explanation of the notion of native speaker. Now things have changed. So, to begin with, Widdowson, 1994, in an article he wrote, claims that the fact that English has become an international language means that the nation, including the English, has no right to claim custody over it. So nobody, according to Henry, nobody has the right, including the English and the British and the American, to say that English is our language. No. It is not the property of one nation. It is the property of those who use it daily. Carter and McCarthy, who are both from Nottingham University, in 1993 at Brighton conference, they wrote an article, they gave a speech, and the article was entitled, "If you ever hear a native speaker, please let us know." Carter and McCarthy, they are both British, but yet this is a funny title that they gave to the article, to their speech. Here they are re-questioning, putting question mark in front of the notion of native speaker. So for them, for Henry, for Carter and McCarthy, the notion of native speaker, as defined in 1965 by Chomsky, is totally wrong and outdated. Ruth Griffler says also, as soon as a language reaches an international status, it ceases to be identified solely with its initial native speakers. So, according to her, the English language, it is international, so it has stopped, it has ceased to be identified with whom? With the English and the Americans and the Australians and the New Zealanders. So it belongs, its ownership in use extends the word that it uses it. So the fact that everybody is using English, everybody now has the right to claim that English is his language. Feel not intimidated if you find an Englishman and he starts speaking English and claiming that his language, English is his language. English is yours too, as long as you are using it. This is a point to keep in mind. Hence, so, even NNS, non-native speakers, should be invested with authority, just as native speakers should be non-productive. So, now, I am a non-native speaker. Normally, when I say something in English, provided I've got a level of proficiency, of course, when I say something, I am more productive. It means that you can take me as a model too. Don't take just, in the Englishman or the American as norm. Don't say, well, when, for instance, X was who is from England, came here, said something in English, and then when the other man from Algeria came here, said something in English, so he might be wrong, the Algerian might be wrong. No, I should be normally, I should be also non-productive, provided, of course, I have a certain degree of proficiency. Okay, provided I know. For instance, Professor Tatina, when he says something in English, I will take it as granted because he has got a level of proficiency, and for me, he is non-productive as at the same status as anybody coming from England. So this is what I meant, that they should be invested. We should allow them to be, okay, to have an authority over the language. We should allow them to be non-productive. produce norms, give rules of grammar. We should allow these people who are proficient enough in the English language to be non-productive. Therefore, what we need to do, therefore, a redefinition of the concept of the native speaker needs to be considered to include any person. So, the notion of native speaker must be widened, must be not, we should not restrict it to those who are born speaking English. No, we should extend it to include who? People who have a high level of proficiency in terms of formal, means in terms of grammar, and sociopragmatic norms. I will later explain what is meant by sociopragmatic norms. So, Professor Tajina